And welcome back to the humble village of WestValley. Once again, this will be, I believe, episode 5 inside our Let's Play series, our new Let's Play series. And, well, would you look at that, even from this far away, you can see the backlog of traffic going on over here. And I've got to say, they should really lower the densities of these trucks going in and out from these warehouses. Let's click on one of them and let's see what happens here. Okay, so they come out, this one's evidently exporting oil products. It's completely full, and they seem to be completely full going in. So it looks like things go in, things go out. These aren't truly oil industry buildings, I guess, or something's happening here in the sense that if we check the resource maps, oddly enough, we're still using exactly 0 of each type. So I don't really know if that's something on my end, something that I have to do to switch off and on, where I think it might be just a bit of a problem with the game, because I remember exactly in the first Let's Play, we saw that happening. But either way, it still worked, or there was still some usage, so I don't really know how that's going on. But either way, I think that'll, we'll let it fix itself. So, this episode, I don't remember if I said anything about building forwards, but I think we should probably get another residential zone and something else going on. I was thinking of making this middle alley right over here, the main metropolis, if you will. I had to buy the side access, or the side area, just for the sake of getting that railway station. So I think we have 3 blocks. It looks like grabbing this huge chunk would be another 4, and that still leaves us with 2 to spare. So that's pretty good, because you can only have a 9 of these blocks, if you will, purchased of land. Both mods, I think that it's more or less for performance than anything else. Alright, so let's see what we can do. First things first, what I want to do with the road network is that I want to build some more industry for people to use here. So we're going to go with this one, the highways with sound barriers once again. And I plan on developing this area. So obviously the roads here make quite a lot of what's the word I'm looking for? Noise pollution, that's it. And with that said, these barriers do help a little bit. If we go back to this menu right here, I think we can go and see land value. Land value is important too. We'll check that out in a bit. Noise pollution right there. So lots of noise pollution, especially on this highway junction right here, going into the middle of the town. And I think noise pollution actually relates to, say, how well your citizens, or the relative health of the citizens. But as you can see here, we might want to move the pump stack, say, further downstream when we get the chance. Obviously, more noise on the main roads over here. Evidently over here is quite noisy, but I think all of this is, let's see, these are big commercial buildings, so I guess that's why it's a little bit noisy. But overall, I mean, these factories are just a huge red zone. Luckily, the town in the middle here, the little, Dean Square area, is fine for the most part, so that's pretty good. And I'm under the impression most of the noise is honestly coming from these roads, and we can fix that too in a bit. But for now, let's put down some more industry, so later on we don't have to do any more, hopefully. What I figured we could do is have a bit of an industrial area right here in the middle of things. So you know what? We'll make what I can over here. I was going to try to make a square, but you know what? I think we had to give that up. Or that works too. And now, let's see. So we go highway, we go entry, ramp, and we put something like that. So that's one way to enter. We put one thing to exit. There we go. And that's another park in itself. I don't honestly know if leisure is a big deal for these areas, but you know what, we can put a park right there for the sake of having one. Likewise, if we really wanted to, I guess I could put a little side park right here. I honestly don't know if leisure does very much for these areas right over here. Where is one of the bigger parks? There we go. We could have one for next to the train station, sure. Yeah, those don't look like they do all too much for now. I guess it's a gradual effect down here. So that's one thing that I wanted to set up just for the sake of having. And now I suppose we can build another area right over here. I don't think we need that anymore. There we go. So that adds quite a bit of area onto this humble little region right here. Could add a fire station as well. That should be hopefully quite a good thing for the for this area in particular. And I could develop this area even more, but I don't know if it's worth it. Oh no, the incineration plant's on fire. Hopefully somebody gets to it fast. I don't think your buildings can actually burn down, the ones that you specifically buy. But we should find out fairly soon here if whether or not these things do indeed burn out. Or no, the fire department can reach here in a decent amount of time, so that's not too bad. Okay. So that should meet the factory demands for now. And with that said, we can start up building some more suburb areas. So let's see what we can do over here. We can probably make well, actually all of our areas in terms of, say, let's see, now crime, land value are pretty good. They're at that blue range, which is medium, and as you can see, most of the town is deep blue. Over here it's a bit less because, I mean, the farming and the noise pollution obviously probably knocks it down by quite a bit. I think the parks honestly is what's driving up the value over here. So what I figured we'd do is that we'd put something over here, and who knows, we might even be able to use these train areas for transporting workers here and over here soon enough. Speaking of which, probably want another incineration plant for this area, just because, really. And alright, so that's all set up. Now, let's see what we can do over here. So, what I figured we'd do is we'd make another one-way setup. We started from over here. And now I don't want this to run too close to the rails system, so I think we'll do something like that. This area is going to be kind of finicky, but we can probably set it up like that. We can connect it like this, and you know what? We'll wait until later before building this area up anymore, but I think that sets up the pacing for this area. Take a bit of a quick loan to get things going much faster. And here's what we'll do. We'll have an area in the middle for shopping. I'm gonna have a road that comes down through here, yeah. And we can have one neighborhood over there. Over here, what I figured we'd do is wrap this around so we have... I want to leave some room next to the highway as well, because we can build on top of, or we can build next to that, have a nice series of entry and exit ramps, but I think that'll be good. And likewise over here, something similar. There we go. So that gets the neighborhood set up. It's not, you know, perfectly squaredy, but that is definitely workable. And as you may have noticed, right now I'm using these roads, the ones with trees next to them. You can also have ones that have just like a side strip of grass. Somehow the grass lowers noise pollution, but we'll ignore that for now. My main reason for using these is more or less because they increase land value and they decrease noise. So hopefully we'll be able to get that across very soon. But in the event not, you know what, I think we'll have to put this on times 4, or whatever the fastest speed is, and we'll see what happens. So there you go. Factories can't work all too well because they don't have enough jobs or people to work the jobs. So we'll try to solve that right away. We'll let some of the cash accumulate here. We have now a decent amount. And let's make a bit of a side neighborhood right here. So this is 1. And 2. And unfortunately, these will be kind of bland neighborhoods, I've got to say. More or less because, honestly, I just want this area to be developed. I'm trying to make this area not too close to the factories over here. We'll put a park just as a bit of a buffer. And yeah, it has red trees because somehow red trees indicate pollution. And now let's see, I probably shouldn't put a dual road over here. Yeah, I'll have a miniature block there and a bit of a city center right there. And 7,000, 9,000, hopefully in a bit. There we go. And nope. Have to solve the electricity problem soon enough. Now, let's see. Okay, so it's only over here. That's why. We have a limited, yeah, we have a slight electrical problem. So it might be time to build a dam, and these are quite fun. Depending on how big you make the dam, you get more or less electricity. Right over here, you produce a whopping amount. So hopefully we'll be able to get that up and running soon enough. But for now, temporary fix. We'll bump up the budget for electricity. That should give us enough for now. Or you know what? On second thoughts, I'm gonna build a... if I can find a place for it. I'll build a coal power plant, because either way, this new community will require a lot of power, so that's just more or less a given. Yeah, build more residential zones. Okay, so that is the grid for this new portion of the city. Two more sections and then we're done. There we go. So, now, zoning. This is probably going to be another suburb, honestly, so we'll try to zone it with the light blue and light green residencies and buildings. So, nice bit of, well, commercial districts in the middle right over here. And the rest is just honestly going to be all suburbs. So, we'll place down an absolute ton of buildings just like that. Hey, that completely failed. Really excited about that for some reason. That one too. Okay. Yeah, this is awfully close to the industries right over there. But that's all right. And there, that should fill up the entirety of the region. So, now people will start to move in and things will be good. Speaking of which, we can monitor the population of the town. So let's see what's happening over here. So 4% in unemployment. That's not bad. More births than there are deaths. That's pretty good. Let's see. Apparently only 7,000 people-ish are employed. We have a lot of jobs available though, so that's kind of weird, but maybe it's because people can't get to these jobs fast enough. And with that said, we'll be able to fix that soon enough, or they're overeducated or undereducated for them, or something along the lines of that. Okay. Oh no, there's fire already. The roads over here should be fairly clear, so hopefully a fire truck will be able to get to them soon enough. There you go. Alright, let's see how much we have. We have 30 grand. That should be enough to build a clinic right over here and for all the people for now. elementary as well. We'll put that on the side of the road. And police stations, we should be good. So maybe another clinic somewhere over here. Actually, clinic coverage is good. Elementary coverage is poor, so we'll have 2 instead. High schools will probably need some more. Universities, we will need one soon enough, but I'm going to try to delay that for now. Okay, so all of that is zoned. There. So that part should be fine. Over here, yeah, we're going to need more workers closer towards here. I could make perhaps a neighborhood right over here, but I mean, that's not exactly a great view or, you know, great water as it is. So we'll see what we can do about that. I want to see what else we can do to try to improve the quality over here. Let's check out citizen happiness. So offices are really, really good. Commercial zones are average. Okay, so these are the problem zones of the city. Well, healthcare should be good. Education's average. And where is jobs in particular? Jobs. No, apparently, I swear we could take a look at the, or no, it's down here now, isn't it? It's over here. There we go. So that's the summary for this area. So we have, yeah, a lot of excess capacity for jobs. So far, as more and more buildings are built, that should increase average land value, stuff like that. And we only have a sliver of offices. It looks like we have more industry than residential areas, in fact. So that's, yeah, that's a big thing that we might want to handle. For now, though, a high school is what we need to handle immediately. So that'll be that. And that should cover this half of the river. So that should be pretty good. And oh no, another landfill is well full. Would you look at that? That is, yikes! So much backlog. Holy. But I mean, there's not too much we can do about that, honestly. I think that's just the game's reaction to all of the oil industry right over here. So either way, that will run its course. This neighborhood will also run its course. And over here, we could have another suburb area. And with that said, I think we will build one up. Alright, so this one's going to be a bit different in the sense that it's going to be kind of detached from the town. So it's going to have its own services. So what we need is one entrance and one exit. So there we go, we're a big city now, so we can have a crematorium, which will be nice. And on the other side of the road, we'll need this exact same thing. Or what we could do is we could have a switch zone, like something like this, set up as well. So let's see. And the idea over here is that this is just going to be a very small-ish zone. And let's make this a curved road for fun here. And there's not really too much of a point over here apart from just housing a whole bunch of people. What we could do is that we can actually build a pedway over here, so for pedestrians to get across, and I'll be able to make a rail or a transportation or a public transportation system soon enough, which will help out over there. But for now, over here, this is just gonna be a few different rows of regular streets like that. We'll try to join them, one over here, and you know what, we'll leave the rest. So this area is, not gonna lie, it's gonna be kind of stoppily put together, but that should be fine for our purposes. Oh, that's not gonna be all too well. I didn't want it to curve like that, but we'll deal with it. And there, that just kind of makes its own neighborhood. Get plumbing across. And electricity should be fine, I want to say. We'll bridge it over like that. And like that, I suppose. And now over here. So this area is definitely going to need its own clinic. It's probably its own elementary as well. Try to put that somewhere where everyone has access to. Give it its own fire department as well. Let's go with a big old park in the middle. And 2 side parks like that, and this is just gonna be residential for the sake of residential. Okay, and that should get this area set up. And we can even make this a new district as well. So there. And now what I'm thinking of doing is making this area in itself a separate neighborhood. So that's Sycamore Hills, and this one's Evergreen District. So we'll have something like that set up. And now right now we want more commercial zones, so we'll try to address that immediately. Let's see, where can we have some more commercialized zones? We don't necessarily need this block, so we could try to do a strip there. That's not that much, but it'll help out. And later on, you know what, I can make this area right over here a high density one. So that should also help out. And that one more or less finishes those 2 zones. Okay. I just realized that those 2 connectors aren't, they're not perfect. Let's see, one over there, one over here is probably the best idea. And there we go, so it's right around 20 minutes now, so I think we'll make a cut, and we will be, well, back another day for another episode of WestValley over here.